Here in Florida, debate is growing louder in the state capitol over how much and what kind of taxes we should be paying. The House Speaker wants to cut the sales tax, and the governor wants to wipe out property taxes.
WESH News political reporter Greg Fox talked with an expert about what that would mean for your wallet and quality of life.
You may not look at public schools and wonder how many of those classrooms are built and staffed with taxes you pay on your home. But in Florida this year, $10.4 billion in property taxes will be sent to schools, $729 million of it in Orange County. In total, Florida collects $43 billion a year in property taxes, paying for everything from parks and playgrounds to public safety like police, deputies, fire and rescue. But don't tell that to Republican Governor Ron DeSantis.
While Florida property values have surged in recent years, this has come at a cost to taxpayers, squeezed by increasing local government property taxes.
Now the governor is getting competition in the tax cut game from the House Speaker, who wants to reduce the state sales tax from 6 to 5.25%.
This will be a permanent, recurring tax reduction. This will be the largest state tax cut in the history of Florida.
First, you should know that the Nonpartisan Tax Foundation ranks Florida 4th overall when it comes to states with the lowest tax burden on citizens. It ranks number 2 with the second lowest average property taxes at just over $2,700 a year. Now let's see how much all that tax money brings in. Sales taxes generate 39% of our state's revenue. Property taxes are close, 34%. Of course, there's no state income tax.
Florida has a highly competitive tax code.
Jared Walczak of the Tax Foundation predicts getting rid of property taxes and replacing them with higher sales taxes or a new income tax would be disastrous.
Of course, there are ways to replace a property tax, but they are painful ways to replace the tax. They would be worse for Florida and undermine some of the things that have made Florida what it is.
Tax experts say one positive effect of lowering or eliminating property taxes is it would probably spur home sales, because while interest rates are high, escrow would be lower because you wouldn't be paying taxes, and that would be more appealing. But the biggest downside? Property taxes are the major funding source for local governments, about 70% of their cash flow, something lawmakers will want to consider as they weigh tax cuts. Greg Fox, WESH 2 News.
A new Florida Policy Institute Mason-Dixon poll asked voters if they would favor eliminating property taxes and doubling the sales tax to 12%. 68% said they are against it, 29% are for it, 3% are unsure. Now, it would take a constitutional amendment to eliminate property taxes, and right now, no such amendment is proposed for next year's general election.